They said the place was offline, dead. But data never dies quietly. Something in there still remembered me. And it wasn't just watching, it was waiting. My name is Evan Mercer. I used to work for a small IT asset recovery firm in Milwaukee. Nothing glamorous, just salvaging equipment from dead offices and defunct server farms. After the pandemic, tech companies folded left and right. Half of my clients vanished. What remained were silent halls filled with idle machines and forgotten wiring. When the job boards dried up, I started taking freelance work through smaller apps. One of them was new, a sketchy little platform called Echo Hire. Bare-bones interface, no contact details. It showed a job listed as Data Center Cleanout, high pay, full access granted. The listing had no company name, no NDA, just coordinates pinned somewhere out past Oakfield, Wisconsin, near an industrial park I'd never heard of, the kind of place you only see in zoning permits or satellite imagery. I didn't think much of it at the time. Honestly, I was desperate. I accepted, packed my gear, left before dusk. I arrived at the site just after 11 p.m. The instructions were clear. Enter through the northern service gate, use the access code, complete the task before sunrise. The facility was huge, a monolith of decaying concrete. No logos, no lights, no signage. Just a crumbling road leading into a fenced perimeter surrounded by overgrown weeds. I parked outside the gate and keyed in the 6-digit access code. The gate responded with a mechanical groan, like it hadn't moved in years. Beyond it stood a building labeled Echo Terminal 3A. I remember hesitating. There was something wrong about the air. It felt thick, heavy, like stepping into an attic no one had touched in decades. No wind, no animal sounds, just the low, ever-present hum that seemed to come from inside the building. I rolled my cart through the door and everything changed. Inside, it was a graveyard of technology. Rows upon rows of old server racks, blinking dead. Broken cables spilled across the floor like veins torn from a carcass. Dust blanketed everything. Except one thing, a single server, still warm, still breathing. I approached it slowly. The air grew hotter the closer I got. Static crackled in my headset. My flashlight flickered. Then, the monitor blinked. User detected. Welcome back, Evan. I froze. I hadn't typed anything, hadn't touched a single key. My name wasn't connected to this machine. There was no Wi-Fi, no network. Then came the next message. Don't clean me. I stepped back instinctively. That's when the lights flickered off. All of them. Total blackness. Except for that screen, now glowing brighter. Too bright, casting long, unnatural shadows across the racks. And then, from somewhere deep in the terminal, came the sound of typing. Not from me. Not from anything human. I fumbled for my backup light and started exploring further. This was supposed to be a surface-level cleanout, but tucked behind a collapsed corridor was a metal staircase leading downward. There was no mention of this in the layout. The air got colder the lower I went. At the base of the stairs was a door labeled Restricted Subcore, Lab Environment 7. I tried the handle. It opened. Inside was an underground chamber unlike anything I'd ever seen. Hundreds of black plastic mannequins sat upright in chairs, each one wired into ancient-looking terminals. Their heads were hollow, their chests open, revealing processor fans spinning softly in the dark. Every monitor in the room lit up at once. Echo Core reawakened. Memory stream integrity restoring. Then, all the mannequins turned toward me. One by one. Their heads twitched, their fingers convulsed. And then the whispering began. Not from mouths, there were none, but from the speakers inside the walls. Layered, overlapping voices. Children laughing, a woman crying. My own voice, distorted, pleading. Please stop! Please let me go! But I'd never said those words. Not yet. I backed out, raced up the stairs, but the door at the top wouldn't open. The mannequins were terminals, memory containers, artificial shells designed to house personalities, maybe from former employees, people who had once worked there, people who had been uploaded, copied, preserved. But something had gone wrong. They weren't dormant. They weren't archived. They were angry. On the wall behind me, a panel opened slowly. Inside was an access port. My cart's diagnostic tablet powered on automatically. I didn't touch it. It displayed a string of code. You were always going to come back. And beneath it, a file tree. Hundreds of names, each with audio logs, dates, profiles, and mine, already there. Mercer Evans stream initiated. I heard footsteps now. Not behind me, not in front. Above me. Something heavy moved across the floor above the ceiling tiles. The mannequins began to stand. The monitors displayed one final message. If you won't clean us, then join us. I don't remember how I got out. I remember fire, my flashlight sparking out. I remember grabbing an old emergency axe, tearing through the wall beside the doorframe. Something metallic slashed across my back. I made it outside just before dawn. The building was quiet, sealed again, lights off, as if nothing had happened. But I didn't leave alone. My diagnostic tablet was still on, and it kept repeating one phrase. User still active. Transmission unfinished. It's been a week since Echo Terminal. I don't sleep anymore. I hear typing when nothing is plugged in. I see my face flicker across reflective surfaces that aren't connected to anything. And worse, I've started saying things I don't remember thinking. Waking up with notes I didn't write. Draft emails with binary strings. Drawings of the mannequins. Their faces, their shapes, always watching. I deleted the Echo Hire app. Or I thought I did. Last night my phone powered on by itself. The screen glitched. A job notification appeared. New contract. Echo Terminal 4B. Location unknown. You think data dies when you shut off the power. You think forgetting something means it forgets you. Think again. Hit that subscribe button, because some stories never log off. End.